we are here in the Hans im Glück booth, and we are with Mortiz Brunnhofer. And Hans im Glück has a great reputation of providing a lot of different games. We actually see a fair number of them make it to the United States as well. And this year they have a new lineup of games here that we're going to talk about right now. We have Hawaii, Stone Age, a new twist on Stone Age here, and then Pantheon as well. These are some of the newest things from Hans im Glück, and Mortiz is going to tell us all about them.
Yeah, hello, thanks that you're here. So I will start with Pantheon. It's technically not a new game for this fair. It's also already been released in Nuremberg in the beginning of the year. It's a game from Mortiz Brunnhofer, which is an alias for Brunnhofer, the founder of the company. So it's technically a longer family game, not that hard to play, but very excited. Not excited, excited.
Exciting.
Exciting, yeah.
Yeah.
We heard some. It's not really a strategic game. It's more a tactical game. You need to react on the game, and you need to be flexible. If you're expecting a optimizing game, maybe you will lose the game and think all luck is on the side of the enemy. But if you're going away from that, you should have a lot of fun.
Now with the theme, it's obviously with a name like Pantheon, we're talking about the classic gods and goddesses of Greek mythology here in particular?
Not really. We decided to not take the real gods or what they call their gods and what they give them a face for, because even with the best research or something, you never could do it everything right. So this technique from this god or this feature from this god you're using, someone says, oh, but it would be better with this god or so on this god. Why is not this god in the game and so on? You will have problems with that all the time. So we decided to make our own gods.
Okay.
And of course the problem is in the game, or not the problem, in the game you're playing through the ages, like the Egyptians or the Persians and the
Scandinavians or Germans?
Yeah, Germania, or what we have, Greece, of course, and they had different gods, of course, and it could happen that in the phase of Greece there are appearing gods that more in the Eastern scenarios or something like that. So it won't ever have fit. So we decided to make them a bit fantastic, and the graphic, Franz Vohwinkel, who's done the graphics, made a very good job, I think.
Very nice, yes.
So.
Plus, you don't want to anger Zeus.
Yes.
Not a person you want to, make mad at you.
Yeah, sure. So never argue with the gods.
Yes, for sure. Now, in terms of ability level or experience with games, where does Pantheon fall? Do you need to be an experienced gamer? Is it family friendly? Where in that scale does this one fall?
You should have played some games before, but I don't think you definitely can play it even if you're not the experienced player or whatever, because it's a very smooth mechanism in the game, so you learn it very fast and it's not hard to play.
Okay.
If you want to win against someone who's an experienced player, it's hard for you to play, but only the winning, not the mechanical playing.
I like that because you're using fictional gods and goddesses, you almost sort of get to rewrite the history of the mythology a little bit. It sounds like. That sounds cool. Well, let's move on to the next one here. Yeah. We have Stone Age, and this is new, fairly new, right? Is this an Essen premiere or fairly recent?
This is an Essen preview, yes. No, it's released here.
Okay.
So there's also an English version of Rio Grande already done. You can buy it here in the fair.
Great.
And we'll of course take some time to ship it to the US, but that's not. Of course, that's always.
Explain maybe how, because there's an original game called Stone Age, and the subtitle of this one is.
This one is With Style to the Goal. Very good. What is it called? The title? Beneath title or what?
Yeah, the subtitle.
Subtitle.
Yes.
Sorry. what was fun because in this expansion, for those who know Stone Age, we included a new, not a resource technically. It's the jewelry. So and you're playing with jewelry. So it's with style to the goal because now you have jewelry. And
right, of course.
And this is represented with tooth. They started with
bone
tooth,
jewelry,
bones,
and
right,
yeah.
So and then rings they made out of bones, and these represent 3 jewelry and this one. So you have to change. Otherwise, we should have too much material and got more expensive.
I don't think I've ever seen a ring as a wooden bit in a
it's
Hans and Glück game. That's really cool.
Maybe we could use it for some next games.
Yeah.
We included a 5th player inside this, which is really important, I think. There's a tile from Hawaiian side. Which is very important for a lot of people because they always said, "Oh, can we only play it with 4 and this is a good game?" and so.
So just to make clear, this is an expansion to the
Expansion.
original.
Oh, sorry,
you need the original
you
Stone
need
Age
the
in order to
original
play
Stone
this.
Age, yes.
But because it's been so popular, you've had the demand that what people want to have a 5th player play.
Yeah, sure. I think a lot of people have Stone Age right now, and I see a lot of people walking around with that. So they don't think they need to play it. Only have the 5th player is enough for the most.
Right.
It's nice. But of course, we thought of something about. We included the jewelry. So there's of course, for the 5th player, you need a
new board for the 5th player.
For you, right. And then there's a board, a real board. You're placing on the old board.
Oh, okay.
So and it increases the village we had here.
Mm-hmm.
So for those who know Stone Age, you can have place your meeple here and then go up on this scale, and now you have a new place in town. It's the trader. With this, you're going up on this scale and start trading in the game. Trading resources with jewelry or jewelry for other reasons, whatever you want to do. And
that certainly adds a different element to the game. The whole trading aspect, I think.
Right. That's a new. Basically, it's a new strategy or something you can add to your strategy.
Mm-hmm.
It's if you're placed here with your marker, then you're allowed to trade 2 to 1, and here 1 to 1 and 1 to 2. Once a turn, maybe you need a special hut or something, but have no gold left. Then you could give away 2 jewelry and get some gold or something like that. So you're more flexible. And it's very powerful, so you should use it. That's the reason why you need to place 2 people here.
Mm-hmm.
And then we add some new buildings. It's a special resource building, and there you have the toilet.
Yes.
It only needs wood, but
very
could
nice.
hurt a lot, of course, because of the cards and so on.
Every game needs an outhouse, I think.
Definitely. So and new huts, new place in town, and new cards, of course, new card place. So.
That's a lot, really.
Yeah, Stone Age is a very. It's a game that fits very good together. So if you want to add a new player, you don't can add people or meeples. You need to add a new place, so everyone can place his meeple for a good reason, things like that. And you need a new card, and you need more huts because they're both ending the game. So otherwise the game will end too fast.
Right.
The strategies won't work and so on.
It's probably a challenge too because the design of the original was so tight and well balanced that you don't want to go too far because it works so well as it is. So it's probably difficult to balance that and make sure you add something but don't mess up the original game too.
Yeah, right. Because if you're a Stone Age player, you want to play Stone Age, not another game.
Right.
After that, and so we tested a lot, and this one is kind of affecting every strategy. So, or you can play nearly alone with that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very flexible inside the game. You don't need to do it, but it's good even with playing only with tools or playing only with meeples, the so-called hunger strategy. starving strategy, and so yeah, it's possible with everything. So that's.
Well, it sounds like if you have Stone Age, this might be one that you want to look at pretty closely because it adds a lot of different variety to the game, and just for the 5th player alone,
Sure.
that's a really nice addition as well. I like how the artwork, it looks like, blends in. When you put this over the top of the original board, it just looks like it's supposed to be part of the board. That's nice too.
So you see they're exactly cut it. So
Exactly. That's cool.
Michael did the graphica. Michael Menzel did a great job again. So
yeah, I'm a big fan of his artwork. He does a great job.
Definitely, a nice guy too.
Well, last but not least, here, we've heard a lot of buzz about this one, and many people said, "Oh, you got to find out about Hawaii." So I'm eager to find out what's inside the box here.
Okay. So it's nice to hear that the people already asked for that or something. It's definitely a gamer's game to the beginning, not because it's a heavy mechanism or something. This is quite easy, but it's a lot to handle, and you need at least one experienced gamer on the table who handles the game.
Okay.
Then you can play with a family or something like that, but at least one player to handle the game. Yeah, it's called Hawaii. It's from Gregory Daigle, an American Canadian, and I think it's his first release. He made a lot of good prototypes, but every time some small things didn't fit, and then we decided to go on this, and together I think we made a great game, and I think a lot of people think so too. So
Good.
I hope so. We have a lot of material
Wow,
inside.
yeah, there's a lot in there.
A lot of cardboard. I don't think I've ever made a game with that much cardboard. So you have your island here basically, and a big island is built every game new with this. See?
Oh, so they fit together.
Yeah, like a puzzle.
And that forms a frame around the outside.
Right.
Okay.
For a frame, and then you're placing the. You see a lot
the tiles.
Yeah, you're placing the places. There are 10 places. You're putting inside at the beginning of a game, so every game is different because they're shuffled randomly.
Are there more tiles than spaces, so some are not used?
No, that's not. But it's very important where they are placed. So maybe in the basement or on the top is a big difference for the game. So, and after you finish that, you have the board ready, and then there are the tiles, of the places. And then you have a lot of tiles you're
the
using,
resources, or?
No, they're not resources. Resources are in wood.
Okay.
These are all tiles you need for the game, and they're placed here on these places.
Okay.
And then there's a mechanism how to see the price, what everything costs. It's like with this turtle bags. And you're moving up on the board you built before with your meeples, and here it's why it's important where it is placed, because you have to start at the bottom, and every movement costs you 1 foot.
No, and they're actually little wooden feet. How cool is that?
Feet, yeah. We had them in Pantheon too, so the people like them.
That's very fun.
Again, yeah. And then you're buying with shells on Hawaii these tiles, and choosing one of these and placing inside your own island. That's basically the complete mechanism. Walk in, paying with foot, paying with shells, and then putting into your island here. So, and what you're trying to do is to build beautiful villages here, basically with 2 overall strategies: very long villages or more villages, but not so long. So that's you can say. But inside that, it's very difficult to handle a good.
A lot of things to keep track of in the balance over the course.
Yeah, right. And to have the right number of victory points in the end, of course.
Of course.
So I think it's a beautiful done game.
Yeah, it's certainly gorgeous. All the very colorful, lots of different kinds of components. It would look great, set up. I'm sure we'll get some footage of a game being played here, so everybody can see as well.
Yeah, I think so too, because we have a space problem here right now.
Sure.
But,
How long does an average game take to play?
Average game is about 90 minutes.
Okay.
I think the first game is 2 hours, and then later on,
Once
if
you
you're
know.
experienced, you're in 60 minutes done.
Well, it certainly looks visually appealing, and you've sort of just given us a hint of the strategy and the way that it works,
Yeah.
and it makes me want to sit down and maybe try it sometime soon here. Now, we've seen these three that are sort of the present of Hans im Glück. Can you maybe tease us a little bit about some upcoming things that might be in the near future for Hans im Glück?
Actually, I could do.
Excellent, excellent.
Yeah, we are planning a game in Nuremberg.
Okay.
Only one again. Of course, maybe a Carcassonne expansion, but it's not a new release, complete new release. Which is also themed in the Caribbean or something. So again, you're exploring an island altogether, and yeah, I don't want to say too much about that because it will be a nice game. Yes.
Sounds intriguing. Just give us a little hint.
I don't know what, if I'm telling you some of the mechanism, nobody will know what I'm talking about.
Can you tell us the title?
Not sure, but I think we will call it Santa Cruz.
Excellent. Well, Nuremberg isn't too far off, so we don't have to wait too long to
No.
find out more information about.
The time between you can play Hawaii,
Yes,
Pantheon,
yes,
Stone Age.
yes.
So.
Now, if people want to find out more information about Hans im Glück, is there someplace online that they can go to get more information?
Sure, we have the hans-im-glück.de, but it's mostly in German.
Mm-hmm.
We are just started a new online store for small little funny things and expansions and replacement service, and this is called Carcassonne und Co.de.
Okay.
This will be in English soon. I'm not sure when, maybe 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, that's exciting.
So find some more information there too.
Well, I really appreciate, Moritz, you taking time out of your busy schedule here. Oh, I know, I forgot one last thing. There's a fun event going on here that we got a chance to see you helping set up before Essen started here. Maybe tell everybody about the tournaments that Hans im Glück is kind of overseeing here at Essen. I think it's really fantastic and really cool.
Yeah, we built an extra booth for Dominion and Carcassonne tournaments. Both we had the German Championship and then the World Championship. And yesterday we had the World Championship of Dominion. It was very crowded there, a lot of people there.
Yes, yes.
And now the Carcassonne World Championship is running. I think they're in the finals right now, and I will join them afterwards when they finished.
I love that, because they're the World Championships, it's not just people playing at the tables. You have video screens with everybody able to watch, closed circuit television, and even announcers like it was a football match.
Yeah, that's a kind
Which
of
is just
sports.
awesome.
Yeah, there are some people in this scene for a long time, and so they're really good known, and they're really, really good players. I don't have any chance against them in Carcassonne or Dominion, and you're right. We built some screens and cameras which are filming the tables from the top, and then a guy is walking around and doing promo for that.
Sort of play-by-play announcing.
Right,
almost.
and he said, "Oh, they only played 11 cards till now. The second table, the table next to him, already played 60 cards or something like that." And this guy from Korea, he made a very good movement and so on. So
get the crowd sort of oohing and awing along with
right.
it.
And he knows the game, both games very good, so he knows what he's talking. That's very important too. Yeah.
Well, it's about time that board games, are on par with, sports or something like that. Why not?
It would be beautiful.
Why not?
We are trying to make them like this.
Exactly. Well, again, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
we
you're
really
welcome.
appreciate it, and best of luck here with the rest of the show.
Thank you. Thank you for coming.